Most of us swear in everyday life, but when is it okay to do so in your marketing? Recently, we've seen big brands like Tesco have their ad campaigns pulled because they've had numerous complaints to the Advertising Standards Agency. So is it a good idea to be swearing in your marketing? Are there some words that are more acceptable than others? Or is all of it just bollocks? So Dan, you've seen some of the Tesco ads getting pulled?
Yep.
For using the word shiitake. That got, what was it, 53 complaints to the Advertising Standards Agency?
So it took 52 complaints and off it pops.
So it makes me want to know, is it worth the risk swearing in your marketing? Who can, who can't? What's your thoughts?
It depends on the rules of the channel that you're going to put your marketing down. So if it's out of home, the chances of it getting complained about by, some old people that see it in the street is a lot higher than if you put something on TikTok where you're swearing. So it completely depends on the channel, doesn't it?
So 100% driven by the channel. So
yeah, I think so.
You would tone your work down for, say, what you post on LinkedIn, what you put on a billboard, what you put on TikTok. Would you have three very different marketing strategies?
No, not necessarily, because actually you've got to remember the impact of it being taken down is sometimes greater than the impact of the campaign itself. So for instance, Tesco put it up, how many people are talking about it? We put it on this episode, it's all over LinkedIn, I've booted off about it, loads of people have booted off about it.
Yeah.
It's probably arguably that campaign's done miles better than it would have done had this not happened.
That actually surprised me that it only took 52 complaints to get it taken off TV.
It's minimal, mate.
Who's complaining about
ad standards, ad standards aren't there for the people think they're there for the advertiser, they're not there for the public.
Yeah, I think there was the Adidas nudity one as well. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
I think that was 24
which
complaints.
is fucking madness.
Got took down.
But I saw some of the reaction from that, from women online on Instagram, saying that they don't feel confident in their bodies, and they actually preferred campaigns like that, showing that all different shapes and sizes of boobs, breasts, nipples, whatever, made them feel more comfortable and confident. You know, it wasn't just like sort of beach body people that are using advertising.
100%, 100%. The reality is, I think things like ad standards and things, I mean, they haven't moved with the times, is the reality. The rules have been the same for a long time, but the world's changing.
Are there some definitely off-limits swear words that you would say never use? Obviously, I would say the C word you probably shouldn't use, or do you think even
not necessarily. We've started creeping into our advertising. We still that's the only word we still star out or put something in the way of. Yeah. It's a difficult thing because I'm a big believer in, I think you're pretty fucking dumb if you get offended by swear words, because swear words are they're made up of the same morphemes, letters and sounds as every other word, right? They're no different. What's the difference between saying I want to fuck you and I want to have sex with you? There's no real difference. Right? It's just we categorise words as swear words naturally as human beings because we always need something to be offended by, and we also need swear words because they can be used to make more impact. They're more impactful. They cause outrage, all the rest of it. Yeah. If we didn't have those, you wouldn't have the ability to do that, and you wouldn't for situations where you want to be strongly worded or you want to go off your head a little bit. If you don't have any swear words or words that people find offensive, how do you do that? I think there's studies into it that say that we need them. We need banned words to be able to express ourselves.
That's interesting. I think the difference with words and swear words is maybe their intention is to offend to start with. So
of course it is. Yeah.
Do you think some clever?
Sorry, Mike, go on.
Go on. Do you think some are more clever than others? Have you seen like the Meatless Farm? So they do stuff where it's meat free, but they'll do like burgers, chicken, whatever. And they always go, now that's a MF burger.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're thinking motherfucking burger.
Yeah.
But that's done quite well. MF's also Meatless Farm, so that's their brand. Yeah. Like, is that more or less offensive than pistachio or shiitake?
I think it's all relative, isn't it, mate? Yeah. I mean, we worked with N26 over in Germany, who were like a Monzo competitor. Before we started working with them, they'd done that fuck fees all around Germany.
Yeah. Do you think you've got more chance of doing it or more chance of trying it and pushing boundaries when you're a small, relatively unknown brand or you're new? Do you think that's the time to actually test this type of stuff?
100%, yeah, 100%. And I think the problem is, I think we're kind of on that line at the minute where people are just thinking that they either can use swear words because they swear in everyday life, so that means that their brand suits swearing. It's not necessarily right. And then you also have the other side of things where people don't really swear, don't understand how to use swear words, and it looks forced and it doesn't really work as well. But at the same time, like I've built a career on it. Like offended would not. The reality is, that's the reality of it. Offended would not exist had I not gone round into a business community swearing my head off.
Yeah.
And that's as basic as it is. I know that's oversimplifies it. It makes me look thick as fuck, but it's the truth.
Do you think sometimes it can feel a bit crass, like a bit forced, when people push it into a brand when it doesn't suit it?
If it doesn't suit it, it doesn't work. Yeah, of course. And there's certain places it works. For certain clientele it works, and for others it doesn't. And also as well, I think when I've ranted and raved about it. You've seen that poem I did, haven't you, about the swear words ages ago, right? Yeah. But the reality is I don't want everyone to be accepting of swear words. I don't want that to happen, because that actually takes away their power. It's like when people say, I remember getting asked on an interview, do you think that that kids should be told that swear words are wrong then, or do you think it should just be open to anybody? It's just a word. You're just saying it's just a word. And I was like, actually, no. I think that you should tell kids that it is wrong, not because I believe it's wrong, but because if you tell them that it's not wrong and they all start using it takes the power away from using swear words.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that's the main thing that props up my business. So,
Did you see the Huel have got "Don't be a dick" on their office wall, and it was for their office culture?
Yeah, I did see that. I saw you post about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask the question really around why are some words more acceptable than others when it comes to swearing? Because some people would say "dick" is offensive. I don't think it is at all.
I think that's personal preference, though, isn't it? I don't see any of. I see them all equally, whether it's.
So if that said "don't be a" on there, do you think that would be...
I wouldn't even bat an eyelid at it. But again, I'm probably a little bit. I've lost where the line is. Right. So
the line's a dot.
Yeah, the lines are gone. So, but again, I wouldn't be offended by it, but maybe most people would. I don't know. People also have a real issue with the C word anyway, don't they? Because a lot of feminist groups don't like it being used. But again, I don't see a problem with it.
It's only since actually looking around in prep for this episode and talking about swearing in marketing that we came to the realization, didn't we, that most sort of swear words or offensive words, negative words, are around genitalia.
And especially female genitalia. So your pussy is generally saying you're weak, so it's an offensive slur. So you shouldn't use that in your marketing, maybe.
Yeah. I kind of get that.
If you didn't see it, we wanted to test if the same reaction would we get the same reaction as Huel did. So we got "Don't be a fanny."
Okay.
Spray painting on the wall. Legit, we got that done. And one of the comments was really, really interesting, I thought.
This is the thing. I just think people, we're getting offended at the wrong things here. If you're spending a load of time picking apart individual words, they're just fucking letters. They're all just letters.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. There are miles bigger fucking issues in the world to be picking apart, right? If you really want to pick apart stuff, right, pick apart fucking equal pay in the workplace, yeah? Pick apart something that matters.
Gun laws in America.
Yeah, gun laws in America. There you go. There's a fucking big one. Rather than picking apart words and whether people swear or whether you're using dick or fanny in a sentence, it really, really isn't that fucking big a deal at this point in time.
So if you've got a sort of a new business, small business owner here now thinking, I swear in real life, I want to be authentic, because that's something that's being pushed massively, isn't it, recently? Be authentic. Yes or no to swearing in your marketing? Just do what feels right?
Yeah, do what feels right, and do what again. Marketing is all based on what your audience react well to, right? If you're marketing something, the aim is to sell more of it. If you start swearing in your marketing and you get a bad reaction and sell less of your products, don't fucking do it. Yeah, so it really is that simple.
I guess LinkedIn have made it hard now, because if you swear, generally your post
because
going to get removed.
Run by a bunch of gimps, isn't it? But
so, is there any alternatives that people could use there?
You just got to be clear. Like I say, you can still swear, right? The rule. I think people have got confused with what the rules are. People aren't getting banned for swearing. Right. I swear in every single post, still swear in every single post, and I still right. It's not that. There is if you've got to go through the rules carefully, and it's generally don't attack people and don't fucking. Don't make sexual references and things like that, because they're deemed unprofessional. Swearing, actually, funnily enough, on LinkedIn is actually not deemed unprofessional. That won't get you banned.
When I lost my account for 11 months, it was on the back of a post that we did, which included a little segment of an elf playing a sort of elf computer game with hand sanitizer by his hand.
Yeah.
And Jack Bainbridge, Banner Boy, asked us which person in this animation is me? And I said, are you the one wanking to elf porn?
Right.
And then someone reported that comment as harassment and bullying of Jack, which was mad. So Jack,
you got two things there.
Jack didn't even make the complaint there, which I thought was mad.
Yeah, you got sexual and harassment and bullying, mate. Straight off there.
So that was a straight red.
Straight in the bin.
11 months.
11 months ban for that.
It's bad. It's fucking stupid. But
Turns out he was that one, by the way. Jack was that one wanking to elf porn.
Oh, right.
So you know,
So it was
correct answer.
correct, yeah, it was right.
You know,
Well.
punished for being right. How could somebody else feel harassed and bullied on behalf of someone?
Well, this is the line we're on.
You see what I mean? Like, so Jack's not reported it.
No, this is the line we've got, though, isn't it? This is a problem with society at the minute, particularly online, is that you've got people being offended on behalf of other people without knowing context. You can't be offended. You've got to have context on the situation. You don't know whether someone knows someone, how well they know someone, how they speak to each other, if they call each other dickheads all the time. There's got to be some sort of context with it. And people are making decisions based on with no knowledge.
So do you think Tesco, then, going back to that campaign that's just been pulled by them, do you think they are happy with how it went?
I think that's a successful campaign. Look how much we're talking about. We're still talking about it now. This campaign was it just launched ages ago.
Yeah.
I think it's a good piece of marketing. I think this might even be exactly what they were after.
Can you think of any brand slogans that would benefit from adding a swear word into them?
Nike.
Put you on the spot.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah, that would actually work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose every fucking little helps doesn't really work as well.
McDonald's. I'm fucking loving it.
Yeah, that works.
Fucking fresh.
Yeah.
Eat shit. Eat Subway, eat shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat shit.
Sometimes that'd be cool, yeah.
Swearing in marketing. What's your final thoughts?
Just do whatever suits your audience. And whatever's authentic to you.
Yeah, if it's not
force
forced, if it's not forced, it's natural, and you know you can come up with some sort of decent campaigns around. If you can come up with decent campaigns of any sort, do them.
Yeah.
If that includes swearing, do it. What's the worst that'll happen? It will get pulled, and we'll probably talk about it in a couple of months' time. Thanks for watching the Views My Own podcast. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your comments below. And also, we've got an online community that helps you improve your marketing, get better at sales, and make your business a little less shit. Click the link in the description.